Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pokemon Platinum Theftlocke series. In this episode we're not going to make a lot of progress because we're going to be around this particular town quite a bit, and that is because, as you might have noticed over the past couple of episodes, a lot of our team members have left this mortal coil. They have died, and we are in desperate need of some more replacements. So we're going to go to all the available locations as of right now and capture a couple of Pokemon, which is about 3 or 4 depending on how much time we have in this episode. So this place is the Lost Tower, I do believe. Yeah, there it is. And on floor 1 there is 1 trainer, it says, but oh no, it's wild Pokemon. But I need trainer battles. So we go up to floor 2, and then we find trainers. We have 2 youngsters on the next floor, one with a skunky Cricketune and Shallows, the other with, oh, it's the exact same one, I think, but just, oh no, it's a platinum one. Okay, so it's a Mothra, a Barboach, and a Chatot. Let's see, floor 3, Ghastly, Zubat, and Golbat, wild Pokemon that is. Then the trainers in Platinum have a Pikachu or a Cleffa. Doesn't seem too interesting either. So anything on floor number 4 in Platinum, Bonsley, Mischievous, or Ponyta, nothing we can do with that. And then on floor number 5, there's no trainers whatsoever. So we're going to go for the trainer with the Barboach, Chatot, and Mothim, which is the second one. Also, let me check my elbow. Yeah, that's bleeding. Be right back. I have, in fact, prevented my own untimely demise. Probably should give a little bit of context as to why my elbow was bleeding. And I felt like, let's actually check my elbow. Because right before starting this recording, I bumped my elbow into a glass that was on my desk, and it broke. Like, it didn't even fall down and break, it's just I bumped it a little bit, and then it broke. Which, in my opinion, is real weird that it does that, but hey. Also, this is the only trainer here, so it's just the youngster over there. I can show you the glass, actually. I'd like a yogurt drink in it. I haven't gotten rid of it yet because I want to record first. But yeah, I just bumped it and this happened. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, you should be able to see it fairly well. So that's weird. And I checked my elbow right after it happened and I was like, okay, that seems alright, nothing wrong there. But now, after starting to record, I felt something sticky on my elbow. I was like, oh no, I'm bleeding after all. And then I checked, and I, in fact, was bleeding. So I put a band-aid on it. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not because it's my skin color. And as it turns out, putting a band-aid on your elbow is fairly difficult. I mean, you know, like licking your elbow being impossible. Yeah, it's also very hard to actually properly see what's going on there. So I'm lucky. In a way, I'm lucky. It was bleeding. Not like a lot, but enough to the point where it was like there was a very visual drop of blood on the wound, so I could just put it on there. Otherwise, I might have been in trouble putting the band-aid on to begin with, and it's going to probably keep bleeding for quite a while. So anybody who's squeamish and doesn't like blood, I'm going to stop talking about it now, so don't worry. I'm not going to talk about blood and wounds this entire freaking episode. Also, Crash is doing well in levels, and I think after this episode we can evolve him, right? I think. So, going back to the episode itself, we're probably going to be able to catch a Chatot here, which isn't great, but it's not horrible either. Also, nice critical hits. So I hope Chatot is up next and I can catch the Barboach, because that would actually be a lot more useful for my purposes. No? Okay, so we're going to be able to try capturing a Chatot which has Mirror Move Sing. Sing could be useful, actually, for capturing Pokemon. And then Fury Attack and Chatter, which Chatter, it's a gimmicky move which I think is banned in all online use because, right? At least in this generation, because you can put in a voice clip and it plays it when it uses chatter but distorted or something like that. I don't recall exactly what chatter does. Will you survive a feint attack? Because if you don't, you really don't deserve a spot on the team anyway. You survive. You take that like a... Wow. At least we're going to have a fly user, right? At some point that's going to be useful. Being able to use fly. I think after the 5th gym we're able to use fly. And at least Chatot can use fly, right? I mean, surely Chatot, being a bird, can use fly. I know not all bird Pokemon can, so I'm starting to doubt myself, but it has to. Do you think Chatot, oh my god, didn't even move once? Do you think Chatot will be in Sword and Shield? Because I kind of doubt it. Chatot is a very forgettable Pokemon, I feel. I mean, I know I already asked that in a comment question of the day recently. What Pokemon do you think won't be in Sword and Shield? So I'm not going to ask that again. As a matter of fact, I already know what I'm going to ask in today's episode. Because I've been thinking a little bit, and I've talked about it in the Mystery Dungeon series itself. But seeing as how this actually gets more views, so more people are interested in this. I'm interested to hear your opinions on this. Oh my god. I mean, I don't have to battle you anymore because any more attacks will just murder you. But I would very much just like you to stay in the Great Ball. So, Mystery Dungeon is coming close to an end fairly soon. In that, I'm probably not going to do the post-game of that game. I can throw like 1 or 2 more balls. And I'm just going to, at the credits roll after Rayquaza, I'm just going to end the series. Which means there's going to be a next series, and I am not quite sure what to do yet, because I've got a couple of ideas, and I'm going to just share them with you all. Let's go for, not Super Liners, definitely not Super Liners. Let's go for Iridium. Because on the one hand side, I want to do another Pokemon spin-off game, and I was on Pokemon Snap and then Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm kind of thinking maybe Pokemon Trowsy would be fun, but probably would be fairly difficult to commentate for that because you need to focus, especially in like the later game. Pokemon Trowsy would be fun. It's not a very story-heavy game either, so there's a lot of gameplay where I can just talk, which would be fun. And then there's Pokemon Conquest, which has a lot of gameplay time and probably would have a lot of gameplay-focused commentary on top of also having a lot of story, and also called the channel. Thank you very much. But then there's also the option of doing something that's not Pokemon, because of course I'm always going to keep doing a nuzlocke and a side series. That's really how I see it. And does this side series have to be necessarily a Pokemon game? Also, I'm going to look up a nickname for this guy. Be right back. I'm going to call him Ari because Jaden Animations has a bird, and the color scheme of Chatot reminds me of that bird, and that bird is called Ari. So, is it a YouTuber name? Kind of is, kind of isn't. So yeah, does that... Let's actually just pick up this item out over here anyway. It's an Overstone. We're never going to use that. Unless we somehow get a Happiny. So does that side series always have to necessarily be a Pokemon game? I'm thinking maybe not, but I want opinions on this because I'm thinking about those two, Pokemon Trowsy or Pokemon Conquest. But I'm also considering playing Rayman 3, which is a little bit of a bitch to record for multiple different reasons, but it's one of my favorite games. I love that game. I really, really do. Or another 3D platformer like A Hat in Time. I would also maybe like to do something like a 2D platformer like Super Meat Boy, something like that maybe. Super Meat Boy would be a very, very, very short series because if I do one world an episode, it's going to be 6 episodes. And there's going to be one episode which is an hour, and then there's going to be an episode which is like 5 minutes and an episode which is like 10 minutes, because the first 2 worlds I can speed through fairly quickly. But then the thing I'm leaning towards most right now, also there's one trainer in this entire room and he has a bronze ore and I want it. I don't think it's you, is it? But Theftlocke is in here, so I'm definitely going to want that. The thing I'm leaning most towards right now is a very different style of Let's Play altogether. Because right now I'm just playing a game, it's a little bit casual. The nuzlocks do require a little bit more editing, especially this specific one because I'm putting the bandit's mask on every single one of my Pokemon. But altogether it's not a lot of editing required. And I'm thinking I might want to do a game in more of a walkthrough style Let's Play. By which I mean, if you've ever seen a Joker Conroy Let's Play, it would be a little bit like that. I don't think I actually started uploading it, but I've started recording like years ago one of Final Fantasy X like that, where I describe every enemy, their weaknesses, their strengths, the stats, their HP, everything. Just do a 100% walkthrough of a game. And I'm thinking about doing that for Kingdom Hearts 1. So what you would have is I would do one world an episode. So I'd just do the first episode would be Destiny Islands, and I would talk about the Keyblade I get, what stats it has, but I also would talk about the Shadows, which are the only enemy in Destiny Islands, and about Tidus and Waka and Riku and all that kind of good stuff. And for every single one of those, I would like put their information up on screen and all that kind of good stuff. It would require a lot more editing than anything I do right now. But it sounds like a lot of fun to do, and I would do it 100%. So that means I would open every chest in every world, and by the end of it, I would have a 100% save file. With all the optional bosses beat, with the ultimate weapon unlocked, everything. Everything. 100%. And let's try to capture this bronze ore. So that's the thing I'm leaning towards most right now, personally. And I'm just very, very interested to hear what you guys' opinion is. What would you like as a side series? Because clearly a number of you do watch this but don't watch the Mystery Dungeon series, and that's fine. But what are you interested in other than maybe only this? No, oh my god, that's a critical hit. A nuzlocke like this. Are you interested in anything else, or are you just going to not watch anything other than nuzlocks? Which, that's not like a big deal. It's not a bad thing. I'm going to keep doing alternate day uploads just because something like a nuzlocke, I think it's important to keep up with, right? And I've talked about this before. If you are a couple episodes behind, it's very easy to lose interest, and that would be a shame. So if I give people 2 days to watch a single episode rather than 1 day, things should be more fun. And then if they don't watch the secondary series, that's fine. So I'm gonna look at my subscription list. It's going to be real difficult to find something for what's literally a disc of metal. Actually, no, it's fairly easy, because the King of Random, Grant Thompson, recently sadly passed away in an accident. That channel with like its Metal Foundry build and all that kind of good stuff is something which inspired me quite a lot, and I would very much like if I ever get the opportunity to do things with that, like melting down and casting metal. For some reason that's very, very interesting to me, like playing with more metal, molten copper, aluminum, if I have a lot of money, somehow gold, I guess. All that kind of good stuff. It's something I really do enjoy watching, and I think I would enjoy doing. And so, it's a steel type, it's a metal disc. I know the King of Random, they spent quite a number of videos on trying to make a copper gear, which is kind of like a disc with like other things added to it. So now, next up is Route 2010, and the trainers in here I haven't looked at actually, so let's do this live. The trainers, Diamond and Pearl, don't care one bit about that. The Platinum trainers, the Ninja Boy. I can't see where the Ninja Boy is. That's kind of the point of Ninja Boy. Has 2 Krogan. Holy crap, both of them are level 31? And then the Zubat and the Skorupi level 30 and 32? What's with the level jump here suddenly? Surely. Yeah, and then the twins have Pikachu and Clefairy at level 23. Did they just... Can you only get to that Ninja Boy in the... It's got to be in the north part, right? It can't be in the south part. Surely not. Diamond and Pearl? Yeah, definitely. It has to be. So, Platinum, and then we have another Ninja Boy with 33. It has to be in the north part. It's really difficult to picture actually which trainers are which in the overworld. So I'm just going to go through this and see what ends up happening. Also, there's a lot of noise apparently in my audio, which I can remove that obviously, but it's a little bit weird where that's coming from. I'll look into that between episodes. So we're just going to try to avoid a couple of trainers, I suppose. Those are the twins. If I can fight that Ninja Boy dude, I would be... Oh, that's right, 2-0. It's not 2-0-15, it's 2-15, and there's a 2-10. That is an interesting thing then, because we could wait capturing a Pokemon in here until we get the secret potion. And I think we might, but I might just forget. It's the thing. I probably won't. Now, okay, I'm going to, since we already have a full team, and since I don't think there's any interesting Pokemon on this part of the route, we have to capture your Pokemon. There's no other way. Okay, so we have a full team, and I think there's no other interesting Pokemon, and anything we catch right now only becomes part of the team when something on the team actually dies. So I'm gonna wait capturing until it can possibly be that Croagunk, because I think a Croagunk, and very soon after getting the Croagunk it would evolve into a Toxicroak, would be an interesting get for us, honestly. So I'm going to try to remember Route 210. We still owe a capture. I'm going to try to remember that. I can't promise you that I will. Maybe I'll do a Route 209 and just murder the first couple of Pokemon I run into and don't capture anything in there. Probably, again, shouldn't stay in against a Psychic type with my Poison type, should I? Wait a second. Gligar is a Poison type. Why didn't that do any super effective damage? It's a Poison type. It's ground flying. Why did I think it's a Poison type? Is Gliscor a Poison type? Surely not. I mean, Gliscor has Toxic Heal, doesn't it? Or Poison Heal, whatever the name of the ability is. Is that why I'm thinking about it? Because I know Gliscor with Toxic Orb is a thing. So, does it become a Poison type? No, surely it doesn't become a Poison type because it couldn't get poisoned if it was a Poison type. So it's a ground flying type. I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. This is why I want to play something else in Pokemon as well. Because when I play Pokemon, I actually show you guys how unbelievably stupid I am. Well, when I play Kingdom Hearts, I would seem very smart because that's actually a game I'm fairly good at. Shieldon. That's probably should switch out. That's gonna hurt me. I mean, Shieldon isn't gonna hurt me because it's a Shieldon. It's not supposed to be powerful. It can take hits fairly well, granted, but yeah, I don't know. After this episode, we're gonna have to do some grinding, by the way, because obviously Crash is going to be able to evolve, and then we have the fighting gym coming up after this as well. Which I think that Lucario Ace is like level 31, I want to say, for some reason. Maybe it's a little bit lower than that. No, it has to be around level 30 because the Ace we just captured was level 26. Let's go for Magical Leaf, see what that does. If it kills the Shieldon, that's too bad, but honestly I don't really mind not getting a Bastion. It's alright. Okay, the team is starting to look like an actual team again, because we're filled up, we can grind up our Pokemon. I think everything we have on the team is, other than maybe Chatot, maybe Ari isn't the best thing we have, but other than that, I think everything on the team is actually very, very useful in its own specific way. Superline is obviously being powerful, then we've got Crash, which will evolve after this episode, which will be very useful. Then we have Grant, which when it evolves, Bronzong, I like Bronzong. And then we have, what else do we have? Did I just forget like half my team? I'm looking over at the overlay on my OBS preview, but it doesn't actually show any Pokemon that's editing, obviously. So I just record with a blank overlay without a question or a team. Shieldon's name, let me think. There's no link between the name Mark and Shieldon. Mark is from Totally Not Mark, which is a very interesting channel, which I don't think a lot of you will actually know, because let's see how many subscribers he has. It's like probably around like 200,000, I want to say. Yeah, okay, about 300,000 actually. And he makes a lot of interesting video essays on like writing and stuff. So I very much like that, because I'm very much into writing and world building. So I always like channels which focus on that, and or at least make that type of content. And I found him through Dragon Ball videos, and he's also like big into Dragon Ball and like doing Dragon Ball art. But I always when I see a video of his which is clearly a video essay, I watch it immediately. Does that have anything to do with Shieldon? Is it like because I always try to use Shieldon in any battle I can? No, it's just I couldn't find a better name for Shieldon, and I was like, don't inhale your own saliva. And I was like, I like that guy. Let's name it after him. Okay, Gligar versus Gligar. I wonder who's going to win. The Gligar with 5 levels but a little bit of damage, or the Gligar which is 5 levels under with full HP. I think I've got a good idea as to who is going to win. Please give me a critical hit just to demolish this. Holy crap, you take that well! Why didn't I take hits that well? To be fair, actually I kind of do. We just learned Gligar's not a poison type, but a flying ground type, which actually is a very annoying typing now that I think about it, because I don't have anything for that. I mean, I've got Superline, so that should be neutral, and I don't think he'll... It's an ace trainer, so it could have interesting moves, but I think we'll be fine. It could have something like Aerial Ace or something stupid like that and just murder Superliners, but I think Magical Leaf will do quite a number on this guy. Right? That does quite a lot, and you have Feint Attack, so it does look like you do in fact have a level up moveset. Oh, that does so much damage! Okay, I had speed, Magical Leaf is guaranteed to hit, and that gets rid of the Gligar. So I really could have used a water type here, especially in the rain. That would have been great. Also, I don't know how long this episode has been so far. I think it's been quite long. I don't know, I've had quite a bit of pausing in here because looking up nicknames, bleeding half to death, and all that kind of good stuff. Also, probably should take the experience share of Crash at this point, because Crash is almost level 30. I kind of forgot about that. Also, itchy nose. I've got a painful nose today, actually. It's something is not well in my nose. and it kind of hurts. I mean, if I'm just like this, it doesn't hurt, but if I just, even if I do this, and, well, you probably can't see the amount of pressure I'm putting on my nose, but I'm not putting any pressure on, I'm literally just putting my finger on the spot. It hurts like a bitch, and I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to hope it goes away, and I don't die. That's pretty much what I do when I don't feel well, in any circumstance. Things have to be pretty bad. What does... Oh, but that's not going to help you a lot, is it? The only thing I don't wait with until I just die is, like, pain in my teeth. I go to the dentist when I feel pain in my teeth, because there's nothing, like, worse than a toothache. That shit... Oh, man, just talking about it, I go crazy. You just don't know what to do when it hurts, because there's literally nothing you can do other than just wait for it to freaking fall out of your mouth. But when I have something else, anywhere else, like, and if it doesn't hurt as bad as that, I'll just wait for it to go away, and like 99 out of 100 times, it just goes away. Just as easy as that. I don't go to the doctor that often. So that's only one of the 2 ace trainers. The others still out there and going to be an issue. Wow. Just wow. Okay, so let's take the experience share of Crash now, because Crash is level 30 and I think that's a little bit overkill. Let's give it to Grant, because why not? Not a versus Seeker, not the Explorer kit. Where is the XP share? There we go. I wonder... I know you can't get multiple experience shares in the same game, but if you could, how would it work? Would it split the extra experience between everybody holding an experience share, or would it multiply the amount of experience gotten? Because the way the experience share works is it doesn't split, it actually adds a second like pool of experience. If you usually get 100 experience, it doesn't get 50-50. You get 100-100. But if you have experience shares on all 5 of the other party members, do you get 6 times 100? Or does the Pokemon that's out get 100 and the others get 20 each? I presume... Actually, let's think about this for a moment. I think we can take this. Yeah. I presume everybody's going to get 100, right? Because why would they even include programming for something like that if it wasn't ever supposed to happen in the game? So it probably just multiplies rather than doing any like fancy equations for it. Also, yeah, now I do have to switch out. It's a poison type. It's not a poison type. Is it a poison type? I don't know if it's a poison type. We went over this literally 2 episodes ago and already forgot. Is Rosalia a poison type? I think it is. It doesn't gain the poison type when it evolves. It just is a poison type. So a Psybeam should do massive damage. Also, I can't wait until probably after the 5th gym, after Crash Awake. John is going to be at a level where we can actually evolve him. Because I'm going to allow it to evolve into Alakazam at level 36. At which point it's going to clean up. Because Alakazam is a beast. Kadabra is not bad, Alakazam is just better. Licky Tongue. Let's go into Rivian because we'll have used all the Pokemon that are actually useful as of right now on the team. Oh, I thought it was the second Pokemon already. Okay, so we might be in for a little bit of trouble. Probably not a lot, but a little bit, like a tiny amount. Psybeam or Magical Leaf, because Shadow Ball won't work on you. I think Psybeam does do more damage. They're both special attacks anyway, and Rivian has a real good special attack stat. Oh. That didn't do a lot of damage. I mean, I know Lickitung... Lickitung is a pretty bulky Pokemon, isn't it? it's probably got a decent special defense, or just a very high amount of HP. Probably a little bit of both, to be honest. Okay, rollout is an issue. That's not good. Because I need a couple more turns to take it out. I think Cybeam and Magical Leaf are doing right about the same, but I'm fairly certain that that is just like bad min-max damage. Oh no, it's literally just 5 power difference. User scatters Fairst Leaf attack cannot miss. This can be confusing. Cybeam. Cybeam can confuse, so that is... It's 5 power more powerful, not that big a deal. But as long as I don't get accuracy drops or he gets evasion raises, Magical Leaf's never miss property is not going to come in handy anyway, and Psybeam being able to confuse as a secondary effect is very, very welcome. This might start doing a lot of damage right now. Okay, so this is actually a scary battle, honestly. We're probably not going to lose anybody because Lickitung is done for, and I don't know what's up next, but probably something else that's decently scary, I want to say. A Ralt. Never freaking mind. It's just a Ralt. I feel confident going in with Crash against our Ralts. Because Ralt is just going to die to a feint attack, unless it's even 6 levels lower. Feint attack is just going to demolish this thing. Right? Please? Yeah, that HP is dropping so fast. Okay, so we just destroyed... Also, is this the... Yeah, that's a corner of my softbox. I don't know if that's on screen. Like, is it? I don't know what it is. But that's been on screen for the entire episode, so that's fun. I didn't notice that. Probably is just off screen actually now that I'm looking at it. So I don't know. So we're here in Veilstone City. This has been a fairly lengthy episode, I feel like, going through that entire route. But we're going to do one more thing before ending of this episode, and that is getting the evolution item for Gligar. I will be doing the actual evolving off screen because it requires a level up during night, and it's not nighttime right now. So tonight I'll do the grinding for the next upcoming gym, and probably everybody's going to be level 30, and Gligar obviously already being level 30 is going to be a Gliscor at level 31. So let me go look up actually where specifically this item is, because I know it's on the route south of here, I just don't know exactly where. Okay, so we might actually have to fight a trainer or two to get there, which is going to make this episode even longer than it already is. But I'm going to try to avoid any trainer battles. I don't think I can avoid this one though. So, again, it's going to be a lengthy episode. Our next episode's probably going to be fairly short, as it is a gym fight and then only probably this route to Pastoria City. Which, actually now that I mention it, might entail quite a lot of fighting. So maybe next episode is not going to be that short, because we're going to have to do the gym itself, and which I just did in my Chimchar solo run before absolutely just giving up on the Chimchar solo run thing, because I'm just not having fun with it, especially since I'm also playing Platinum in this playthrough at the same time, and I'm getting a little bit burned out on playing the same game twice at the same time. So I'm not doing the Chimchar solo run anymore. Also, I think getting a little bit inside baseball here. The whole trend of can you be blank with just a blank? It's peaking right now, I feel, and it's going to get a little bit less interesting for you to get in on it if you start doing it right now. And it's at a point where things are starting to get fairly ridiculous. Like, can you just do it with just a starter is what the trend started with. But at this point, we're so much deeper in that than that we actually have to do gimmicky and weird Pokemon and all that kind of good stuff to keep people interested and to get people in. And just doing a Platinum solo run with Chimchar, I don't think is going to cut it. So that combined with the fact that I just wasn't having a lot of fun generally. It should be in here somewhere. In here. Yeah, it's in here. It's the blank spot over there. The Razor Fang. There we freaking go. And with that, we're going to give that to Crash. Give it... Gotta love it. Crash is going to evolve very soon. I'm going to walk back on screen just to make sure that I don't actually run into any trainer battles, which I would be doing off screen. I might do the grinding against trainer battles because I've got the Versus Seeker now, and that just, one, gives me money to buy potions, and number two, just gives a lot more experience. So that is all the trainer battles we had to avoid, just 2 of them. We have the Razor Fang now. Next episode we're going to have a Gliscor. I don't think anybody else is going to evolve between episodes. Mostly because most of my team is fully evolved. Yeah, Kadabra is not going to be high enough level. Bronzor might evolve. I don't know when Bronzor evolves into Bronzong. And Chatot doesn't have an evolution. So maybe next time we'll have a Bronzong. We'll definitely have a Gliscor. Until the next time though, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this probably fairly lengthy episode of the Pokemon Platinum Theftlocke series. I'm going to do some grinding later tonight when it's the right time for Gligar to evolve. Until then, I'll see you all back next time. I've been trying not to have the Pokemon Center music in the background of every video, just because I like having variety in the end screen video music thing. So I'm talking over this right now so that I can go outside and have the Veilstone City music in the background. Until the next time, I'll see you back then. Bye.